Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is going to be a first impressions get ready with me on the Colourpop and Alice in Wonderland collection. I picked up the eyeshadow palette, both blushes, but we're going to just try one blush today because obviously I only have one face. And then I also picked up the Alice lip kit. So we're going to be trying out all three of these today. So I already primed my eyes with my Colourpop eyeshadow primer, and then I just used my Colourpop Dewdrop lip oil and then my Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder to set my eyes. So now we're going to go into this adorable palette. Honestly, the packaging of this one is one of my favorites. I love how it has like the door keyhole that she goes into like when she enters Wonderland. And it has like the key and like the little door locks, and then on the back it has the Cheshire cat, which is really adorable, and more of the door lock imprints. And then when you open it up, okay, and this is what the palette looks like. Super cute, right? Isn't it adorable? I love how small and compact the palette is. I mean, honestly, the packaging on the Disney collections are 10 out of 10 for me. I always freaking love them. And then on the back, it has the same packaging, but it has like the falling chairs and candles when she falls down the rabbit hole in Wonderland. So it's just really cute. I kind of wish they would have like incorporated some of the flowers into the packaging, but it's fine. So, or like the caterpillar, but they did use the caterpillar for the lip kit, for like the lip mask, I mean. And then this is the inner packaging, and I love how it has like Alice imprinted with the chair and the mirror and everything. And then this is what the palette looks like. Super cute. And I love how small it is, and I love the square pans. I'm not completely obsessed with this color story though. Like honestly, I probably would have switched out these three shades because this part makes sense to me, but these three shades on the bottom kind of really throw me off. But I'm wearing this pale blue florally shirt that I got from Lucky like a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't worn it yet, so I'm finally wearing it today. So I thought that this shirt would go perfectly with the colors that were in here. I was planning to wear this shirt when I tried the palette. So I think what I'm going to do is I really want to use these two mattes, and then I'm dying to use this blue shimmer on my lid. It's called Down the Rabbit Hole. So we're going to start out with the pink shade called Talking Flowers. I think what I'm going to do is do half pink and then half blue. I'm not sure how that's going to look though, because I'm just going to my boyfriend's today and I'm just picking us up food. But I'm going to start with that shade. Let me just see if my light is all the way up. It's kind of dark today. Like there's not really that much sun out because it did rain last night, so I can't really see much of what I'm doing. Let's see. Maybe I will just take the blue as the defining shade. I think I'm just going to take the pink all in the crease, because then I can use the blue possibly. Oh my god, I'm already dipping into the wrong shade, Caitlin. Obviously, I really want to use that blue shade. So far, this shade is a bit pale, but it does build up nicely. It's pretty. I wasn't really thrilled about this color story, and honestly, like the palette was my least favorite thing out of the whole collection, because I think the other things in the collection are fun. But with the other pieces in the collection, I feel like they don't really go that well with the palette color story. But I think I understand what they were doing. It's just, there's like a certain way that you can put like an unusual twist on something and it still works. Like they could have done, like for the lippies, they could have done like a fun lavender purpley shade. That would have made like kind of a little bit more sense with the palette. But since, you know, Alice in Wonderland is all about nonsense, I kind of get why they were doing like more unusual color combos. So that's why, like, now I'm going to go into that shade Curiouser. And Curiouser, I was definitely more excited to try out this shade. Okay, that does look pretty with that. I like that so far. I'm not sure if I'm going to use any kind of defining shade just because I'm not sure like what is exactly going to show up. So, because again, I don't want to use the black and I don't even know if the brown shade is going to be dark enough to build any depth. That's like my issue. Like I really like the pale blue, the pale pink, and the pale green. I think those shades make sense, but like the peach and the light brown are kind of just too light, even for me, to build up some depth and dimension. So like for people that have darker skin tones than myself, I don't know like how they're going to build up any definition with this palette. The same thing with like the Snow White palette. At least with the Snow White palette, there was like a dark brown and a dark black. And it was kind of like the same kind of, you know, shimmery black shade. I'm going to try and use that way. No, this is definitely not dark enough at all. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply the shimmer all over the lid. I'm not going to use anything else because I really would just like to use the palette. But that brown shade is really like, I don't know, it's kind of a useless shade in here because it's not really gonna build that much depth. And I do find that the powder shadows are very powdery, but they're not like a lot of kick up, they're just powdery. But at least the blue shows up really nicely. That was kind of the matte that I was the most excited to try, but I probably should have done a halo eye, but I just didn't even think about it. Because that would have been pretty, but I really just want to slap that blue shade all over my lid. I definitely preferred the shimmer selection in this palette than the matte selection because, again, there's not really much depth and dimension that you can build. I know that a lot of people are going to like this color story, but for some people like myself, I'm going to go in with that shade. It's just such a beautiful icy blue. Yeah, that's stunning. That's a really beautiful color. So I'm glad that the shimmers performed just exactly as I thought they were going to. I really think that Colourpop has improved their eyeshadow formula a ton, and the shimmers are just so beautiful on the lid now and just metallic and pretty, and that shade is really nice. So I understand that this palette is going to be kind of like a two shadow look kind of thing. But again, same thing with the Snow White palette. I just feel like they're kind of gearing towards very pale skin tones. And I don't think like the other products in this collection, like, I mean, the red blush is going to show up really nicely on darker skin tones, but like, I felt even with the Snow White collection, like the lippie kits and the blushes were very versatile colors for a multitude of skin tones. But so this is the look, and basically I feel like with this palette you're gonna just use very soft mattes, and then just really the star of the show are going to be the shimmers. I picked it up because I am a Disney collector and I love the Disney palettes from Colourpop, and anytime they come out with a classic Disney characters collection, I really can't not pick it up because I'm a huge Disney fan, and I was curious about the quality of the palette, and I do think it's pretty. I think it's a very pretty palette, but like, again, I really don't know why they put some of these paler mattes in here. I mean, again, I understand the pink and the blue, but the other shades, I'm just like, what were they thinking? Like, they could have done like a dark blue and like a dark green, and then I feel like I would have liked the palette a little bit more, but just the color story is very unusual. Oh my God, can I speak today? So I'm going to go ahead and do my base off camera. Just so we can finish up the eye look, and we're going to go in with the lower lash line. Okay, so I went ahead and did my base off camera. I just sprayed my Fourth Ray Beauty Do It spray on my skin, and then I went in with the Glowy Super Gel in the Star Glow shade. Been loving that primer. And then for the foundation, I went in with the same foundation that I used yesterday, which is the Makeup by Mario in the shade 1C. I've been really liking this foundation. It looks gorgeous on the skin today. I think I like it even more than yesterday, probably because of the concealer that I used with it, and that's the Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade 110 Nude Ivory. I love this concealer. It's one of my go-tos, so I'll stick that back in my drawer. And then I set my under eyes and everything with the new powder that I got from the sale, which is the House Labs translucent setting powder. I've been really liking that too. And then to set the rest of my face, I just used my Pretty Fresh powder again from Colourpop. So now let's go back into the palette and we're going to do the lower lash line and the inner corners. So for the inner corners, I'm going to use the shade, let me just show you the shade Very Merry on Birthday. And then for my lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the pink, even though I might go in with the blue, but I think I'm going to use the pink. So very debatey today. So we're going to use Very Merry on Birthday, and this also looks like a really pretty shimmer. It's like a lavender pink. Yes, that looks gorgeous. That looks even better than I thought, because I thought it was going to be very pink, but that is really pretty. It's very blinding. I really love Colourpop's lighter shimmers, like paler shimmers, like pale golds, pale silvers, because they pack such a punch. And I always find that their like lighter toned ones are like the most pigmented. I had like such eye goo right there, so let's get that. Oh my god, I can't. Sometimes, like, I just can't. Okay, sorry, I had to go off camera because it just was not coming off. Okay. Alright, so let's just finish applying that shade. So my package that I've been waiting for from Sephora still hasn't come yet, and there still hasn't been any updated shipping date. So I emailed them again today and asked them like what's going on, because I'm like, where's the package? So now I'm going to go into Talking Flowers, and that's just a really light, subtle lavender pink, the same shade that I used in the crease. This look actually ended up being like a lot more subtle than I thought, which I'm kind of happy about, because I thought it was going to be a lot more punchy, but I like that it's like a softer pastel-y look, but it's such a pretty look with this shirt. And with the lippie kit, I'm not sure how the lipstick is gonna be, because the lipstick is very bright and I don't know how well it's gonna go with this. I might switch it out for like one of the shades that I got from the VIB sale, but we'll see. Okay. The shade is very subtle, but I like it. It looks pretty. I think this is a really pretty light spring look, so I do like it. But like, besides this and like a green look, I'm not really sure, and like a pink look, I'm not really sure how I'm going to do the other shades together. Like, I really don't know what I'm going to pair them with. That's going to be the challenge. And then for the eyeliner, I'm using the shade Prance from Colourpop. I actually haven't used this shade yet, and I thought this would be a really pretty pale blue shade to go with the look. So I think it's going to be perfect. So I'm going to use that one. And this shade is like Angelica Nyquist's all-time favorite Colourpop liner. And I've never had it or tried it. And they brought it back when they did the reformulation of the newer liners. So I was like, I'm finally going to take the opportunity to try it. And it is really pretty. And I feel like that tied the whole look together. And it's literally the exact same color as this shirt, so I really like that. Oh, that looks really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to finish up the eyes with mascara, and then we'll go in with the blush. Okay, so I just went ahead and did my mascara off camera. I just used my Colourpop Act Natural mascara and then my Maybelline Lash Discovery on the lower lash line, and just primed with the Essence Lash Primer. I don't know how I have mascara all over my hands. And now for the bronzer, I'm going to go in with my Colourpop Alviva Beach Bronzer. I actually haven't used this in like a week because I've been using the Pat McGrath bronzer from the sale a lot. So I'm going to go in with this one. This one is still more pigmented than the Pat McGrath one. I don't know what just happened over there. That was not the best application at all. But at least we can just clean that up with a beauty blender, so it's not like the end of the world. I did pull out a highlighter, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use it with this look. I was like, I'm not going to use a pink highlighter, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so once we have that on, we're going to go in with the blush finally. So now I'm going to go in with the Alice blush. This one is called, wait. Hold the phone. Okay, so I accidentally switched the packaging of both blushes, but I'm going to use the Queen of Hearts blush another day, but I'm going to use the Alice blush today. It's supposed to be in the keyhole of the door packaging. And this one is called Oh Dear, like the White Rabbit. I kind of wish they would have put a little bit more emphasis on some of the other characters, but why is there a tissue attached to my drink? I don't know. So this is the Alice blush, and it's a really pretty, like, pale pink, and this one is called, I mean, it says time can be funny in dreams, so I feel like this is probably going to be more pigmented than I think it's going to be. So I'm going to take just one dip, and it's kind of like a lot more pink, so. It looks nice. I like it. This is like kind of a harder pressed formula, but it's pigmented. So I always love the Colourpop blushes. Like any blush that I try from them, they have a solid blush formula, so it looks really good. Okay, and then for the highlight, I really like that. That looks pretty. For the highlight, I think I'm just going to use the one that's in front of me. Oh, also, this is my favorite packaging from the collection because I absolutely love the image that they used on this with the bottle of the Drink Me bottle that she uses, and then she shrinks into the bottle. I love that. I think it's super cute. And then I'll just show you guys what the Silence shade looks like. The blush is actually sold out. The red shade sold out in the first day that it launched. I mean, look how pretty this is. This is a gorgeous color. So I'm very excited to use that at some point. And then for the blushes are definitely my favorite thing about the collection. For the highlight, I think I am going to go in with the one that I picked out, and that's the Makeup by Mario one in the shade Pearl. This one is so stunning. I haven't used this in so long, and I just really wanted to use it today. And also, I've been kind of whipping out more of his products with his foundation. And this one kind of has like a pinky hint to it, so I think it goes really nicely with this. So yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with that package. I'm also almost done with the show Beef that I told you guys I was watching in my, well, you guys won't see the Sephora first impressions until after this video because I think this one's going to go up first since I actually have the products. Because I have to film my haul first before I put up my Sephora haul, and I'm going to include these products too, but I'm almost finished with this show that I've been watching called Beef on Netflix. It was like the #1 show for like 2 weeks. And then, of course, Love is Blind knocked it off its throne. But it's really good so far. I'm just going to give my face a little spritz with the Do It spray. I actually forgot to spray my face again when I powdered. I've been forgetting to do that stuff lately. I don't know why. My mind has just been on school, so I'm just going to put some clear brow gel in my brows, and then we'll do the lips. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the Alice Lip Kit. We're going to see how the lippy looks. If it doesn't go that great, I'm probably just going to use the gloss. So let's see. But I do want to try it on for you guys, just to show you guys what it looks like. So this one is, there's no like shade names. Oh, okay. The lipstick is called Most Curious, and the lip gloss is called Total Nonsense. So this is the lipstick. It's the Topsy Turvy Lip Kit. And I really like the lavender packaging that they did for it. I think it's so pretty. And then on the actual tube, it's her falling down the rabbit hole. So we're just going to go in with that guy. And this is the Velvet Blur lipstick formula, which I actually really like that they did. I'm getting like cold now, so I'm going to take my hair down too. So this is the pink lipstick. We'll see how it goes. It definitely does not go. So that's the color, but I'm not going to put it on. But I just wanted to swatch it for you guys. But it's just way too vibrant. Or maybe if I tone it down with the lip gloss. We'll see. Let's just put it on. I'm going to sheer it out some more. Gonna use my mirror because I can't see anything. Gonna use the Snow White mirror, obviously. The only time I really use this mirror is for my lip application, because when I do my eyes, I need like that magnifying mirror to really see what I'm doing. Also, I'm nearsighted, so that's probably why, because I wear contacts every day. I don't know, the lippies that they used were very odd choices, but this is a really pretty color. I'm still on camera, sorry. All right, so let's put the gloss on top. I'm going to use my fingers. Yeah, the lippy's way too vibrant. I can't wear this today. No, definitely not. So I think I'm just going to switch it out for the gloss. But I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like. I don't feel like taking it off though. It's so pretty, but probably going to wear this to work at some point, but it is way too vibrant for this look. I don't know, maybe I'll blot it some more. kind of want to just blur it some more. I don't know. Do you think I should keep it on? I think it looks so pretty. Should I just wear it? Let's apply some more gloss. Right, I think that's better. I'm just gonna finish it off camera. Okay, so I decided to keep the lippy on. I think it looks really pretty, and it kind of goes with the this flower in my shirt. So I was like, you know what? I think it looks pretty, so I'm gonna leave it on. So here are the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. I think it turned out really pretty. I have no complaints about the performance of the palette. I think everything performed really nicely. The blue shimmer on the lid is gorgeous, and the mattes actually showed up way better than I thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to be like really pale, but sometimes Colourpop really impresses me. I mean, they usually do, but I actually think that these mattes are really, really nice and they show up on their own. So I like the look. I think it looks really pretty, and I really like how the eyeliner looks on the lower lash line, and I think it was a perfect eyeliner to use. So far I've used 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I've only used 4 shades because I just used these 2 mattes and these 2 shimmers, but I thought it turned out really pretty, so I'm not complaining. Sometimes I like a lighter look, so. And then definitely my favorite things in the collection have to be the blushes. I think they're super pretty, excuse me. This pink blush kind of ties the lippy a little bit better together because this is actually almost a toned down version of the lippy. It kind of has that same undertone to it, so it kind of ties in the lippy, and I'm really excited to try the red. And again, as far as the lip kit goes, I wish that this was like a little bit more of like a paler pink, because I feel like, again, the lip choices are just very different, and I feel like people aren't really gonna love like the super vibrant lippies, but I could be wrong. But the lip gloss is really pretty. I honestly wanted to just get the lip gloss and not the lipstick, but they weren't selling them separately. So yeah, that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I need to get to my boyfriend's house, so please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. He's the only person I've been seeing like twice a week since I've been doing so much schoolwork, so I need like a break sometimes. And I saw him on Thursday, now I'm seeing him today, but I probably won't see him for the next 2 days after this, so because I still have more schoolwork to do. So yeah, I love you guys, and let me know if you guys picked up anything from the collection. What are your thoughts? I would really be very curious to know, no pun intended, but I am very, very curious to know what people think. Maybe I'll do like the lip gloss in the middle and kind of like tone down the lipstick some more off camera, but I wanted to show you guys what it looked like. So yeah, bye.